Well, I'll tell you before what I told you again.
You'll tell me before what you told me again.
No, I'll tell you again what I told you before. So if you think that took a long time, you have no idea.
Never said that. It's just constantly waiting on you for everything. Anyways, welcome back to Drivin Livin, everybody. I am Dylan.
I'm Jade.
And today we are in the Cruze for the first time ever on the podcast.
Yeah.
And of course it's raining. Yeah, we're heading to work out as usual. But what I was gonna say about this was just I was gonna give some background on it.
Yeah.
And just this, our car, if you haven't seen my channel before, DRGOAT on YouTube, this is a 2014 Chevy Cruze Eco that has a ZZP Performance Stage 2 kit on it. And the Stage 2 kit is a bigger intercooler, cold air intake, and a full turbo back exhaust. So it actually took this car from being pretty sluggish to, wow, it is windy out, to what I was calling before we got the Subi pretty peppy.
And it did make a difference. A good, noticeable difference, but it's nowhere near like what the Subi is. But I think, like, when we first put the Stage 2 kit on, everything that was included with it, I think we should have left the muffler off.
You think so?
I do.
But the thing is, with the muffler, like, I don't know, it just comes, their whole kit there comes with everything you need to set it up that exact way.
Yeah.
So if we were to not have the muffler on, we would have had to have went and got a separate piece of pipe from somewhere. And there, I believe there was one or two little hangers for the exhaust that if we didn't have the muffler on, the pipe would just be kind of hanging in that spot.
That's true. I just know when we had it off, we had to take it off. Didn't we? We had it off at one point, the muffler.
Yeah, I think we just didn't have it on at that point.
Right.
Because we had the car just up on our little plastic ramp.
Yeah.
And we had worked from turbo back, so it was just kind of open back,
And I know when we had gotten that on, but it still didn't have the muffler on it. I liked how loud it was without the muffler. Because I thought it was going to sound really, stupid. But it didn't sound bad.
No?
No. I didn't think it did.
I thought it sounded kind of goofy, but maybe it's just because I was so used to it being, you can't even hear the exhaust.
I'm sure other people would have thought that.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure there's still people that hear the way it sounds right now and thinks, oh my god.
I still think it does. I mean, it's not bad. It's not obnoxious. But it just sometimes sounds like, I don't know how to describe it. You have exhaust clips of this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. How would you describe it? I'm trying to find the words to describe how this exhaust sounds. Because it's not loud.
I don't know. It just kind of makes me think of a Honda or something.
Yeah.
Just higher pitched.
It's higher pitched. It's
But it's
very...
probably because it's, I don't know, it's smaller pipe. It's not like it's big pipe. Like the Subaru, obviously it's got a bigger engine than this, but that's still like a turbo back exhaust. I don't think the Subi has a cat on it, on the exhaust.
Oh.
Like looking at it yesterday, I'm pretty sure it's like straight piped all the way back to the muffler, and then it's just got that muffler. But that's a good size pipe in there. I'm not sure exactly how big, but I don't know. I like the sound of the exhaust. I just, now after having the Subaru and being able to hear that constantly, just like the GTO, you can constantly hear the exhaust no matter what. This is just, it seems so quiet to me.
I don't think it did when we first had it done though, because I remember once everything was put back together, it was a very noticeable difference.
Oh yeah.
From just being stock. But now that we're used to it, I don't even think we can hear it.
No. And especially not when we have the subwoofers going, but you know.
Speaking of that.
What?
Were we ever gonna buy a system for the Subi?
I don't know. I'm more worried about coilovers.
For this?
For the Subi.
Oh.
Both. I'm pretty sure, like we've been talking about, pretty sure the one strut is like going or gone on the Subi. So, if anything, until we get the money for coilovers, I'd just like to do like a temporary fix. I'd rather just buy coilovers, but it is flipping windy out.
Yeah, it is.
Windy,
we should
rainy.
have taken the freeway.
It's switching to snow at some point here today.
So we'll see how the snow tires do on this.
Snow tires that we've run all year round. Popo right there as I'm swerving all around because of the wind.
That'd be funny.
He's on his brakes. Reverse lights on. We might get pulled over.
Oh my gosh. You're not speeding.
I'm doing 80.
He's turning around. Maybe not. Oh,
He is. Okay, maybe he just wants to face this way now. We'll see if he comes out after that car.
There's no way he's gonna pull you over for doing 5 over.
Never know.
Did he pull out?
He hasn't yet.
Okay, I don't think he is then.
We'll
I think
see.
He just did that to scare
We'll see,
you.
guys. We'll see. I'll just leave it recording if we do.
It was a state cop though.
I know. State cops don't like me. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna take Cruze off because it's windy. It's too windy for this. But what I was talking about before that whole cop deal was, you know, I think it's kind of funny. Our first podcast episode, it's snowing. Next one, it's like 60 degrees out. Beautiful. And then now it's raining again and supposed to be snowing here in a couple hours. And it's pretty damn windy, obviously. Introducing a new segment to the podcast. I found a website that down there in the bottom. The web.
What? Oh,
You don't know which one the web is?
right here.
Yeah. Random question generator. And so we're gonna do.
Do I click this right here? Next?
Yeah, we're each gonna do a random question, or we might do the same question. But yeah, just answering a random question if possible. Do you have one that
For
seems
you.
decent?
Yeah.
Okay, what is it then?
Well, okay. About what's the most frustrating product you own?
Most frustrating product I
Yeah.
own? My GTO.
Which one?
Okay, currently, obviously, like all I can think when you say product is a car, because that seems to be my things that I have the most issues with. And currently, it would actually be the Cruze. This whole summer, I would have been saying the GTO just because of having that air-to-fuel ratio issue that I still need to completely figure out.
That is so annoying.
I know. But with the Cruze here, I've done control arms on it, done wheel bearing, the whole hub assembly, just done that actually. And then still believe we've got a strut going. It's just, I don't know, I'd say just cars in general, but at the moment the Cruze, just because it's constantly something to work on, something to fix, that, I don't know, that's kind of the car life. It's always one thing after another, no matter what you do or don't do. So I think that'll wrap that up for me.
Some of these are really strange.
I know. Well, if you find a really strange one, just read it off so we can hear what it is at least.
Okay.
That's earlier when I was looking, I scrolled through a few of them and I was like, I don't know if I want to be like answering that on a podcast. At least not right now. I'm not super comfortable with the podcast right now to be like, yeah, hey, by the way, when I was 7 years old,
If you were put into solitary confinement for 6 months, what would you do to stay sane?
What would you do to stay sane?
I'm trying to think of what I did for the past 6 months.
That would mean...
Because it actually happened.
Okay, yeah. I was thinking it as like in the army or something where you don't have a phone on you or anything.
Yeah.
That's true. I don't know. I'm just picturing, you know, like psych wards when you're sitting in a padded
Yeah,
room.
so if we were actually in solitary, or if I was in solitary confinement, and I didn't have any of those things, I don't know, I guess it depends on what my options were too. Like, you know, what I have available, like resources around me.
So say you got, that would make it too easy though. I was gonna say you've got a TV and a phone.
I'd say I'd take technology out of it.
Okay.
Honestly. So if we're not talking any technology, but like anything else.
So like you got a pen and paper.
Yeah. I mean, if I was able to, you know, work out or be, you know, have a space big enough to where I could do that, then I'd do that.
Work out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I had nothing but time, that's
yeah,
perfect because I don't have enough time. Like in my everyday life to do that. I don't though.
Yeah, we do. We all have time. We just like to assume.
Okay, well, my body needs sleep.
That would be excellent though. The whole workout thing though.
Mm-hmm.
Solitary confinement, nothing there.
Oh, that just splashed in my eye.
Yeah. Not a whole bunch of extra chips and whatnot that I love to eat so much.
Yep.
But I Yes, I would love that too. Like if you had like a full gym, if you were locked in a gym for 6 months, no TV or anything, you'd just be shredded, bro.
Yep.
Lean, shredded. I already, with how much weight I've lost and how my body's starting to look now, I already get excited. Obviously, she gets to watch me like stand in the kitchen in front of the mirror checking out my couple little abs that I've got. And I get excited looking at my progress now. So I can just imagine if I literally had nothing else to do and I'm just locked in a gym for 6 months. I just picture the way you could come out of that, how you would look. And they just feed you protein, healthy foods, all that.
Well, that's another thing too. That's, if you had all that time though too, you'd have the time to, know how to do that, know how to make healthy meals and, manage your time to do that. Yeah.
Oh, that's one thing. I haven't tried any of his recipes yet. I've been telling Jade all about them. Gonna give a little shout out to this guy on Instagram though. His Instagram name is Counting Zach Rose. His name's Zach. But he's got all these different recipes, and they're like mainly dessert type stuff. He's got like cakes and cinnamon rolls and muffins and cupcakes and just all this delicious looking stuff that's all got quite a bit of protein in it that I just want to try out the recipe so bad. I've just been so lazy. So I sit there scrolling through looking at it. I'm going to try something out real soon, but since we started talking about working out and food, and I just wanted to give a little shout out.
What always cheers you up when you think about it?
Food. I was gonna say it used to be. I can't say it's food anymore. I feel like food kind of depresses me anymore thinking about it, because I think about unhealthy foods. Like I think about pizza. I've literally been thinking about G&D pizza all week long, and it just, I sit there in my head and like, oh, should I get it? Should I not? Should I? No, yeah. I finally did yesterday, and yeah, it's always, I think that's why I got as heavy as I did, because food was always my comfort item. Like it was, no matter how I was feeling, especially if I was feeling down, it was food all the time. But I don't know any more. My Subi. I am like obsessed with the car now, and so excited for the things that we can do to it. So that's what's been cheering me up.
I wish this question said what always depresses you when you think about it.
So I could say food?
No, I was gonna say, if that were the question, the red GTO, because I think about what all we could be doing to it, and it just sits there.
I know.
So
if you get the money, you can start.
Well, I think that's the biggest, time and money.
Yep.
That's the only two things we need.
I mean, really, what that car needs to just be able to get back on the road is literally a fender and obviously the roof fixed.
Yeah,
and
but
the windshield.
Where did you take it to that told you that one of the
that brace?
Yeah, isn't that gonna need to be replaced? Won't that need to be replaced? And that's hard to find or something?
Possibly. I mean, the guy at the body shop said it could be done. just my insurance company didn't want to pay for it because it was so expensive, and just apparently, like, that brace, they didn't make them anymore, I guess, for the GTOs.
That
But
was fun.
that guy at the body shop was thinking that, you know, they could be interchangeable, which
Sitting there
probably.
telling you, oh yeah, it'll be fixed. We can fix it. Next day, oh yeah, we can fix it. 2 days later, yeah, well, we're gonna have to total it.
Yeah, they told me that the car could be fixed one day. I was all excited about it. The car has quite a few different little things that were getting pretty rough that needed replaced. But I was excited after they told me they could fix it.
Well, in a car that old, anything with little that'll happen. You know, they're gonna usually total it. But when they said they weren't,
Yeah, they said they could fix it, and then all of a sudden the next day it was like, oh yeah, it's total.
the part that made it look so bad was the fact that the whole windshield was shattered. Like,
Yes.
but that's, you know, you just get a new windshield.
Yeah, the windshield's not a big deal at all.
The only thing on the actual, like on the body was the roof, and then,
That fender.
yeah. I didn't, like, do any
'Cause, like,
damage to the hood or anything.
If anything, I think it scraped the deer's hooves, scraped across the hood.
Yeah.
But it literally, like, it's full, pretty sure its full body slammed into the windshield, and probably its neck and head hit the roof.
It looked bad.
I can just picture it just snapping its neck right there,
Stop. Okay.
and then laying in the car with me.
That honestly could have, if you were going fast enough, it probably could have killed someone.
Like me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It probably could have killed you
Yeah.
if you were going fast enough.
Wouldn't that have been nice?
Oh, God.
I know.
Let's do another one.
Another question?
Yeah, one more. One.
Okay.
Trying to find a really deep one.
A deep one?
Deep question.
Why?
Those are the best ones.
Oh, yeah. Want to get to know us, guys?
Assuming you name inanimate objects, what are some names for inanimate objects you own or have owned? What's your car name?
My biggest one, I don't know if I even have a name for the Subi or the blue GTO, but the red GTO I named Sam. And I don't know if I've ever talked about that in any of my other videos, but I got that name, Sam, from the movie Perks of Being a Wallflower. You ever seen that?
Oh, yeah.
It's such a cute movie, but there's that girl in there, Sam. I think her name's actually, is it Emma Watson?
Yes.
She's a babe. But that's why I named the car Sam. Just because in the movie, you know, obviously she's a cute girl as it is, but she's a total sweetheart, and yeah, that's where that's where the red GTO got its name.
Oh, my God. Not even like a manly reason.
No, it's just because, you know, I love my GTO, and yeah.
Well,
I think at the time of getting the GTO, I was like obsessed with that movie, and just,
yeah.
she's a babe. Is there anything you've named? Because you've never told me, but do you have a name for this car or no?
No.
It's kind of weird. Like I name all my other vehicles. I don't think all of them, but
What was your Grand Prix?
I didn't have a name for that.
Oh.
I guess I shouldn't have said all of them. Probably the GTO, and I used to call my S10 Rusty. So, if you don't have any names for anything, I can take that, right into our new movie segment.
Wow.
Yeah. Like I just said, I used to call my S10 Rusty, just because I had a nice big old rust patch on it. That's actually where I gave it the name. But in our movie segment here, what we're going to try to do with this is just each week talk about a car-related movie. I mean, the movie doesn't have to be just all about this one certain car or anything like that. It could be just a movie that had some cool car in it for a majority of it. But the one that we're going to talk about right now, I think we're actually just going to kind of generalize it to all three of the movies.
But mostly the third one.
Yes. Joyride. Now, I don't know if you guys have seen that movie before or not, but the movie is pretty much, like in all three of them, it's a group of, I'm pretty sure, younger assholes that mess with this truck driver. This guy's name is Rusty Nail.
Is it them that messes with him or him that messes with them?
I think typically they mess with him first.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure in the second one they ended up going to his house. Like, obviously they didn't know it was his house or anyone's house, but they were needing a vehicle. Their car broke down on the side of the road.
Yeah.
And he had this, I want to say it was a Dodge Charger, maybe not. You know, obviously older. But, and they took it.
Oh, they took it?
Yeah, I think one of the people, I think there was a girl in that movie that was nice enough to, like, leave a note there.
Oh.
But I think that's probably what screwed them over. She probably left a note with, like, their names
and
or
the phone number.
Phone number or whatever. And, yeah,
that was in the first one? I think I've
that was
seen
the second one.
Oh, second one.
But they ended up, all three of these movies, they somehow screw with Rusty Nail. He tracks them down, messes with them, and like one by one kills them.
I think it's weird how it's only rated 4.7 stars.
The third one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was my favorite one.
Yeah.
I haven't seen two. I can't remember two, but I remember one and three.
Okay.
But
because that's what we were initially going to talk about was the third one itself, just because, and like that's the third one's my favorite just because it has a Subi in it. It's actually like a race team. I can't remember what it said.
It's a group of street racers and they're on their way to the Road Rally 1000.
Okay.
And here, let's just read the IMDb description. A group of hot-headed street racers are on their way to the Road Rally 1000. As they drive through a desolate shortcut on the way to the race, a man starts tracking, teasing, and torturing them until the end of the road.
Yeah. Even though the only reason he started tracking them
because they were driving like,
was because they had their Subi, the race car, off the trailer, just kind of testing the car out on the way to the track.
Yeah.
And one of the pricks that was driving it decided to fly around the truck because they got up behind him. They flew around him, but they like cut him off and had a bunch of rocks and whatnot fly up at him. But he's, apparently throughout his other two adventures got this cool technology where it read their license plate number and it was able to like pop up and show who that was registered to and all that. And so he was able to go on and look up their whole race crew and knew all of their names. And yeah, just tracks them down and kills them one by one. believe it or not, his semi is just as fast, if not faster, as their Subaru race car. I don't know how that really works, but I guess it could. You know, they can make some good power.
I really thought he died at the end. Rusty nail.
When they crushed him
Uh-huh.
at the end, supposedly. Supposedly crushed him, and then when they go back to look, I don't know. I don't think they ever said. But yeah, right at the very end, he's hitchhiking on the side of the road, and another truck driver picks him up.
Yeah, and he probably killed him.
Oh, I'm sure.
And took over that.
And then he's got a new truck. Voila.
Oh my gosh.
But it's just, I don't know. I really like those movies.
I didn't think it was cheesy either. Like, some are just stupid and they're just not, like...
Well, that's why I was
not
kind of...
good, but I didn't think that was... I didn't think any of them were.
No.
Or at least one and three.
Yeah.
The ones I've seen.
I can't remember what exactly the second one was about, but...
Let's see what the second one's rated.
Yeah, because that third one... I mean, typically movies like that, or like Fast and Furious, they get kind of cheesier and more off the point.
Yeah.
The farther along that they go with the series, but I really like the third one. Then again, it might be just because it was a Subi, and I'm pretty sure I seen that movie when it came out in 2014.
The first The first Joyride is rated 6.6 out of 10.
So what was the description?
That came out in 2001. 3 young people on a road trip from Colorado to New York talked to a trucker on their CB radio. I remember that. Because they had that old radio.
Yeah.
They then must escape when he turns out to be a psychotic killer.
Okay, but the reason, I remember this one too, pretty good now. The reason that he started tracking them was because, you know, they got a CB radio put in their car as they're going on this trip. The one guy decides he wants to mess with some truck drivers, and he goes on there voicing, pretending, well, actually, that was Paul Walker.
Yeah, Yep.
Holy crap.
Yep.
I feel like in the movie he didn't want to do it, but his other buddy
he did. Yeah, it
was pressuring him to do it.
So.
And so Paul Walker there is voicing as a female, Candy Cane is what he called himself, and messing with the truck driver, and they ended up stopping at a motel, had some prick of a neighbor, and they told the truck driver to meet him there. I'm assuming they were wanting him to fight or just something. Well, truck driver's
Weren't
rusty
they trying
nail,
to get some
and
marijuana
he killed
or
that
something?
guy.
I thought they were trying to get more cocaine. I don't know.
I think that was in the second one.
Yeah, that was the second one.
It was a dude and a girl, and they were trying to get some drugs, and
Yeah, my bad.
But yeah, so in that first one, they done that, messed with him when it wasn't a female that he was going to in the room.
I did see the second one.
Yeah.
I've seen it.
But so when it wasn't a female there, he ended up killing that guy, and then he ends up tracking them down, and yeah. He ends up at the end that, like, the girl that was going with them, Rusty Nail, had her inside a motel, taped to a chair with a shotgun that was like hooked up to a door pointed at her, so that if someone opened the door, it would. And then the cops were going room to room.
Yep.
Yeah, it was freaky.
And the second one's rated 5.1. So apparently, people just think...
We must not have good taste in movies or something, but I really enjoyed those.
Yeah. Me too. I like any scary movie like that, though.
I guess what I really liked about it was just the way he tracks them all down. And the way he just...
Wow.
Not to sound crazy, but just the way that... It just makes it interesting and constantly suspenseful.
Yep.
Because he's always tracking them down, and it's like, oh, all of a sudden now he's got this person or that person or whatever.
That just don't sound right though.
I know, okay? I'm sorry. Last little segment we're going to throw in here, at least for this video, is going to be a little car trivia game that I found online. That I don't know.
There's categories.
Oh,
we
is
need
there?
to, yeah.
Okay. See, I haven't even tried the game yet, but I just seen it and I thought it might be fun. So yeah, what is this category?
This is Chevrolet trivia.
Chevrolet trivia.
They had all sorts of categories.
Okay, well we'll want
Without
to
different.
save that then.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna ask you, because since you're the one driving.
Yes.
And then maybe another time you can ask me.
I'll ask you next week. Yeah.
Okay. Chevrolet was co-founded by the ousted founder of what other automobile company? Chrysler, Ford, Dodge, or General Motors?
General Motors.
Yeah.
Did you even click on it to make sure you were right before we said that?
It doesn't give the. Well,
It doesn't give the right answer right then?
wait.
I don't know, maybe you
How
gotta
does
go
this
through to
work?
the end.
Hold on.
We don't know what we're doing. Technical difficulties here. We haven't tried this out before.
Well, see, it's like when you click on it and you go down. Like for the other ones, it doesn't even like. It doesn't let you click on it. Oh, never mind. Okay. There was an ad right on, like I had to clear the ad. Oh wait.
Ah, okay.
But yes, you were right. Race car driver Louis Chevrolet and ousted General Motors founder William C. Durant started the company in 1911.
Some good little history for you there
These
as
are
well.
so easy. What shape is the Chevrolet logo? X, oval, pyramid, bow tie.
Bow tie.
Yeah.
Bow ties for life.
Chevrolet first used the bow tie logo in 1914 on the H series model.
Okay.
Models: Royal Mail and Baby Grand, and the L series model, Light 6. It may have been designed from wallpaper co-founder Durant once saw in a French hotel room.
So they got that design from a wallpaper? Or they got the...
It may have been designed from wallpaper.
So they may have gotten
Durant once saw
the
in French.
idea for the bow tie from a wallpaper design.
Maybe.
That's pretty fancy.
What was the Corvette named after? Stallion, French Rider, Warship, Civil War General.
What were my...
Okay, what are
were
you
my
doing?
options? I'm almost rear-ending someone because I'm stumped on this.
My heart just like
Is it
came
a-
out of my chest.
Do you have any idea on that one? I don't know what the Corvette was named after.
I would say.
I guess I should have known this before, but I'm not gonna say a Stallion.
No.
'Cause I want to think of Mustang.
I don't know. Maybe it is though. Probably not. I'm
I
gonna go
don't
with the
know.
Civil War General.
Okay.
Nope, we're wrong.
What was it? Did they say?
It's the Warship. In 1953, when GM executives were looking to name the new Chevrolet sports car, Assistant Director of Public Relations Myron Scott suggested Corvette after the small maneuverable warship.
Small maneuverable warship. Okay, that makes sense.
Oh, which famous song mentions Chevrolet? Keeping the Faith, American Pie, In Love with the Boy, or all of these?
Probably
I'm gonna
all
say
of
all
them.
of them.
she's in love with the boy.
Oh, that song. Come
What?
on. Yeah. It's,
Oh, you didn't know that's the song in there?
Yeah, they're all mentioned. All those songs mention a Chevrolet.
Mm-hmm.
Which model?
So does Florida and Georgia line.
Which model did Chevrolet ship vertically during the 1970s? The
Ship vertically?
Yeah, Chevette, Citation, Malibu, or Vega?
Vega.
Yeah.
I'm just picturing the Vega, and I could just see him being like, yeah, let's just
The
toss them in like
Vertipack
that.
shipping system designed specifically for the Vega made it possible to ship 30 vehicles per rail car instead of 15. All the cars were positioned nose down,
Okay.
so I'm assuming, like, okay, yeah. Like the front end down.
Front end down, yeah.
And since they were shipped with all of their required fluids, certain aspects had to be specifically designed for this type of shipping, including an oil baffle in the engine, a special battery, and even a repositioned windshield washer reservoir.
So they shipped them with the oil and all that in the car.
I don't know if I believe that. Did they really?
That's a little nuts. I would have thought they would have shipped them without that in there.
It literally says, since
Okay.
they were shipped with all of their required fluids.
Yeah.
What?
Oil and a
That's something to look into, I think. I don't even know. That don't
I don't
sound
know.
right. But maybe.
You gotta trust the internet. Internet knows everything.
How much did the Chevrolet Series 490 originally sell for?
I don't even know what the 490 is.
I don't either. This is
What
bad.
are
This
their-
podcast is supposed to be about cars. We don't know shit. I mean, we do, just not about this stuff.
Chevrolet 490. What are the price options?
$820, $695, $490, $1,265. I guess it would be helpful
gonna
to
go
know
with-
when that
Yeah,
started.
I'm gonna go with the 800 something. So
Nope. $490.
490 bucks.
It
That
was
must have been way
introduced
back
in
the day.
June of 1915. See, if I would have known the
1915, okay.
year,
Exactly. That's.
the 490 sold for $490.
Oh my gosh! Really?
Wow,
If
we
I
are
would have,
stupid.
if I would have kind of put two and two together to be like, hey,
Oh,
490.
my
Oh,
God. The
490.
name would not denote the price for long because by 1921 the average price was $820, but it would stay low enough to take a chunk out of the Model T market.
Oof.
Number 7.
Poor Henry Ford.
Which model was the first regular production car with a fiberglass body? You should know this.
The Corvette?
Yes. When the first Corvette rolled off the assembly line in 1953, an American icon was born.
Oh yes, it was. Started out with the V6 though.
Oh yeah, it did.
Maybe it wasn't even a V6. I shouldn't have said that. It's 6-cylinder anyways. For the first year or two.
It makes me wonder how many of those are like actually a thing. Like original,
Oh God, they got
Probably
be worth it.
close to none.
Boatload of money now. It is starting to snow.
I know. Okay, number 8. What is Chevrolet's slogan? The heartbeat of America, like a rock, Chevy makes good things happen, all of these.
All of those. Because back in my middle school days, I made, in art class, I made a little like poster or whatever that was like a rock because that's what I knew
Yeah.
Chevy as.
Well, there's been multiple.
But then, all these yee trucks always are heartbeat of America.
Uh-huh.
So, yeah.
Number 9. Which Chevy vehicle bears the longest continuously used automobile nameplate still in production? Corvette, El Camino, Suburban, Chevette.
Corvette's the only one that's still around.
It's not Corvette.
What?
Suburban is still around.
Oh, Suburban. Jesus.
Ever since
When did Suburban start? Did they say?
1930. Wait. Yeah, ever since 1935, the Suburban has been one of Chevrolet's most profitable. I didn't know they were that old.
I
Holy
had
shit.
no clue either.
Wow.
1935.
That's insane. Wow.
I had no clue about that. I heard you say El Camino and Chevette, and I was like, okay, neither one of those
I've seen
are
older Suburbans, but I would love to see
1935?
I would love to see what one of those looked like.
Well, we'll have to look it up.
Number 10. What model was scrutinized in... What the heck? Never even heard of this book. Scrutinized in Ralph Nader's 1965 book, Unsafe at Any Speed. Corvair, Kodiak, Camaro, Corvette.
Corvair.
Yes. Although the
I remember hearing
Corvair's
about that.
reputation... Was that actually something that they made?
Yeah.
Oh.
They were just... I can't remember what it was. I've seen a few different
Oh,
videos
they
on it,
only-
though. They were pretty... Yeah.
1960 to 1963.
Yeah, because they were unsafe at any speed.
Alright. How many more? A couple more?
Yeah, I don't know how many they have.
Oh, this is easy. What was Chevrolet's first long-range electric vehicle? I don't even probably have to
Do
tell
they
you
have the Volt on there?
The Bolt, the Astro, the Volt, or the Kodiak.
Oh, I was saying the Volt.
It's the Bolt, yes. Is it? Just kidding. No, it's not. It's the Bolt. Unlike the hybrid Volt, the completely electric. Oh, so I didn't know the Volt was a hybrid, or did I?
Yes.
Okay.
We knew it to get... I didn't know there was any such thing as a Bolt.
You didn't?
No.
There's one that works at the church next to my work that is, like, they park next to me sometimes. And that's the only reason I've seen them before. But I didn't know. I didn't know they were completely electric either, though, I guess.
No, that's... I knew the Volt was gas and electric, but...
Yeah, I think I did, too.
I'd never heard of the Bolt.
But I guess unlike the hybrid Volt, the completely electric Bolt could go up to 200 miles on one charge.
Right.
Which spurred a host of awards from Motor Trend, Green Car Journal, Time Magazine, and Green Car Reports. That is so cool.
Mm-hmm.
They're very tiny cars. Like they're,
I'm sure.
They're small.
I believe it.
They're pretty cute though. What transmission debuted in 1950 Chevrolet models? Hydromatic, Power Glide, Flight Pitch, Dynaflow. I wouldn't know.
Hydromatic.
Nope.
No? Okay.
Power Glide.
I was thinking of Grease when I said that.
When introduced on upper-level Chevrolet models in 1950, the Power Glide represented the first automatic transmission offered in a low-price automobile.
Okay.
It was available primarily on Chevrolet from January 1950 through 1973, although some Pontiac models also used this automatic transmission after the fire at the Hydromatic factory in 1953.
Okay.
What was the first automobile manufactured by Chevrolet? Series C Classic 6, Series AV National, Light 6, Series M Copper Cooled.
Series 3.
Wait, what? C?
C.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
The Chevrolet Series C Classic 6 was much larger, more powerful, more stylized, and also more expensive than the cars that would ultimately replace it. Let's do one more.
One more.
How many years did co-founder Louis Chevrolet stay with the company Chevrolet? 30, 3, 6, or 60?
30.
No.
60.
No.
6.
No.
3.
Yes.
I guess I assumed he would have been around for quite a while.
After only 3 years. Oh, wait. Louis Chevrolet had differences with Durant over design, and after only 3 years, sold Durant his share in the company along with the right to produce cars bearing his name.
That poor guy.
Oh, let me see if you know this one. Which model debuted last? Camaro, Corvette, Impala, Malibu. I'm gonna say Malibu. Well, no.
Malibu's been around for a while.
I know. This is hard. Impala?
Well, no, let's do Malibu.
That's-
Let's say Malibu.
Nope.
Okay.
It's not Impala either.
Corvette.
Nope. Camaro.
Okay.
The Camaro was first shown. We don't
Well,
know shit.
okay, I guess I knew that the Camaro actually came after the Corvette, because the
Yeah.
Corvette was 1953,
Yep.
like we said,
Uh-huh.
and the Camaro came out 1960.
66.
Okay.
It was preceded by the Malibu, 1964, Impala, 1957, and Corvette, 1953.
Okay.
So it was Corvette, Impala, Malibu, Camaro.
Yeah, because I knew the Impala came before the Malibu just because there was, like, at one point the Impala and Malibu were, like, combined. Like, the Malibu was a special Impala option, but yeah.
Oh,
Are we
okay.
go-
We got to do one more, and then we're done.
We got to
We're
do
done,
one more.
done,
We're at the
done.
gym, but we're going to do one more real quick.
What year did Chevrolet first offer a fuel injection option? 1956, 1946, 1966, or 1976? It's probably...
1956.
Yes!
Corvette, right?
Hold on.
That
Chevrolet introduced a mechanical fuel injection option for its 283 V8 engine in 1957 U.S. model year. This system directed the inducted engine air across a spoon-shaped plunger that moved in proportion to the air volume. Blah, 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 blah. I was trying to see what, like,
They might not say, it
vehicles
might
that-
just be, hey, this
Yeah.
engine, we put it
the
in.
283 V8.
Yep.
Sweet.
Yep.
You gotta save this, because there's actually some cool,
Yes.
like...
We're going to do this again, because this was pretty fun.
It was fun, and for us people that don't know anything.
It gives you some good history on the stuff,
Yeah.
too. So, that is a good little thing to add here. But, anyways, like I said, we're at the gym. We're going to finish our pre-workout if you haven't already. I know I haven't. But, yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed, and we will see you next week.
See ya.